all you cool cats and kittens. It's Carole Baskin from Big Cat Rescue, and I have news from around the world. You can find all of the news at bigcatrescue.org/news. And it's updated every day. Thank you, Paula, for doing that. Oh, sad news. Tiger cub drowned to death at Zoo Negara. If you click on each one of these, it'll take you to the actual story. A call to end captive lion breeding in South Africa. Yeah, well, it's about freaking time. That's always just been a horrible thing that they do. They breed the lions because people will pay to have their pictures with the cubs, or they'll pay to come there and rescue baby orphaned lions. How stupid. And what they're doing is paying to have their interactions with the cubs while they're cute, and then they put them out in the field and shoot them when they get bigger. And that is all there is to captive lion breeding in South Africa. So stop it, for crying out loud. It's 2020. People should know better by now. TMIS editorial, bring back the ban on wild animal petting. That's what Malta Independent says. And there was also one that says zoos are no less than concentration camps. And that was in Pakistan. So if in Malta and Pakistan they understand that these magnificent wild animals don't belong in cages, what is wrong with us? What the heck is wrong with us here in America that we think that that's okay to do that? Feel myself going off on a tear here. It's just everywhere else in the world they can understand you shouldn't have lions and tigers in backyards and basements. You shouldn't be paying to have your picture made with cubs. You shouldn't be holding these animals hostage against their will. Why don't we understand that? Why is it we have 3 days left in the Senate for them to pass the Big Cat Public Safety Act, and nobody has been brave enough to take that on? Nobody on the Republican side. Senate side, they're all ready for hotlining that bill. Nobody in the Republican side of the Senate has been willing to hotline the bill. And without that, it fails, and then we have to start over again next year. So if you have a senator who is a Republican in the federal Congress, don't let them off the hook. Tell them that this is absolutely necessary because the tiger will disappear in the wild if we don't fix this problem right now and end cub petting and phase out private possession. That's the only 2 things that bill does. And there is no reason in this world why some Republican senator can't get on board with that right now and get this done. A hotline, it's a 1-day thing. They could pass the thing all the way through the Senate just by calling around to the offices. We don't have any time left, people. It has to happen now. I have a coordinator report from Linda Licht, December 13th. She says, hands down, our full house of ACE volunteers dealt out a win for the day. I am not bluffing. There were no jokers in this house. What are all these puns? Jennifer, Barbara, Aaron, and I started out the day like most Sundays with meds, supplements, not meds for them, meds for the cats, and planning the day. There was a long line of cars at the gate at 7:30 because they have to get checked with temperatures before they come in. Rebecca buddied up with Barbara. Lisa, Mai, and Lacey worked on closing lockouts, while former interns Fred and Sarah took charge on AM chores with help from Deidre and Stephanie. Feeders were Jen, Barbara, Rebecca, and Sarah for the big cats, and Fred training Mai, and Lacey training Lisa on the little cats. Meanwhile, Dee Dee and Stephanie made a new batch of senior supplement capsules. Sorry. Spam risk. I love that they now tell you when it's spam. Sarah washed the early morning dishes, and Stephanie and Regina loaded up Gertie for the day's projects. Angel helped restock the gloves and other supplies in food prep. For cleaning, Jen paired up with Sarah and Barbara paired up with Rebecca to split the 3 big cat sections in 2. For the small cats, Dee Dee went out with Sarah, who's almost finished with her recertification sign-offs, and Stephanie trained with Angel. Brittany was on property and did Facebook Live in lieu of the virtual tour. The virtual tour will be back next week as Brittany and I will do a feeding tour. Brittany and Linda. Meanwhile, the project team of Fred, Lacey, Mai, Lisa, Steph, and Regina tackled Cyrus the Caracle's home enclosure while he's enjoying his final week in Funcation. I wondered who was in Funcation. This great team did an overall cleanup of his whole enclosure inside and out. They finished just in time to break for lunch. We had lost internet and power for the computers in food prep. Sorry, it is a sanctuary going on here. She also took some time to clean the cougar statue out in front of the gift shop. At the end of the day, Aaron figured out what happened with the power. Yay, Aaron. After lunch, Sarah D., Regina, Steph, and I prepared the diets for tomorrow and consolidated the cooler while Lisa tackled the mountain of dishes. Later in the day, Sarah C. and Rebecca double-checked us. This also happened after lunch. Sarah added dirt to the few lockouts and tunnels in the small cat section that needed them. Jen R. brought in new wooden pallets from home and replaced the rotten ones that are behind Priya Tiger, who wanted to help and therefore spent some time in her roof section. Lisa sang White Christmas to Sapphire Tiger. Rebecca and Regina took the blood from food prep and restocked the blood sickles, in the enrichment cabin freezer. Lisa and Barbara went all around and picked up sticks. Yeah, I can always count on them for doing that. Rebecca, Sarah, and Barbara and I did operant conditioning with our cats. Dee Dee and I handed out blood sickles and enrichments to all the small cats, and Barbara did blood sickles for the big cats. Sarah and Rebecca teamed up to do PM supplements. Steph and Sarah did the PM chores with some help from Mai. Of course, at the end of the day, Becky came in to do PM meds and close out the day. On a personal note, this was a special day because it was 10 years ago to the day that I had taken the day off from work specifically to come in and take my small cat cleaning class and started my journey as a keeper. Spending my birthday with the cats and fellow volunteers was just as special today as it was back then. Aw, that's so sweet, Linda Licht. I also have one that I missed from yesterday, which was nope. Aaron, 18 hours ago. A cold, wet start to what ended up being a beautiful day. Lauren started us out with meds while B.A. handed out supplements. Small cats were fed by Bonnie, Gina, Julia, Penny, and Jane. Bonnie gave Julia a sign-off. Big cats were fed by Beth Ann and me. Johnny came in for a cleaning sign-off and went out to clean small cats with Penny and Steph K., who also got a sign-off. She must be using some kind of emojis that are not showing up here. Jane and Julia handed out the other route while Gina and Beth Ann and Bonnie cleaned big cat sections. Gina took her enrichment class and got a sign-off thanks to Bonnie, then gave Jane an operant conditioning sign-off. Joyce and Taylor got food prep done and then raked a bit around front with Steph. It looks much better. Brittany ended the day with meds and taking care of the rehab bobcats. Thank you for all your teamwork. That's from Erin Carden. You can stay up to date with us every day on all of our social channels where we are Big Cat Rescue. And if you have Alexa, she didn't respond. I usually can't say her name without her wanting to talk to me. I have one on my desk, but if you have her, just look in the skills section for Big Cat Rescue. We have some amazing skills in there that you can listen to this report every day on your you-know-what device. But you have to enable the Big Cat Rescue skill first. I think it's called Big Cat Briefing. There won't be too many Big Cat things in there, so it'll be easy to find. Stay cool, cats. Mwah.